Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
An easy shot underneath. Josh shows stepping for three, and he hits. He'll drive it. He'll put it up for 15. Got it! And the Warriors win! Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to exciting Westview Warrior basketball at LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Dan Byler, and Jamie Miller will be along soon, hopefully, as we're coming to you from Westview tonight, where it'll be the Westview Warriors hosting interconference rival, the Central Noble Cougars. Both teams have records, very impressive records so far in the early going. Central Noble comes in undefeated at 2-0 overall and 1-0 in the Northeast Corner Conference. Westview is 3-1 with their lone loss coming against Northridge, the second game of the season. And they are 1-0 in the Northeast Corner Conference. So it's 3-1 Westview against Central Noble, 2-0. And tonight's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best, Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Or call them at 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christner, and Ryan Yoder. We'll be back to talk about the upcoming game tonight, Westview and Central Noble, right after this 1-minute timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic. or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Jerry Hostetler, Dan Byler back with you at Westview High School. Central Noble and Westview out on the basketball courts getting in their pregame warm-ups before this exciting Northeast Corner Conference matchup tonight. And Dan, two pretty strong teams. I mean, when I was doing my rosters yesterday, my score sheets, there's a lot of familiar names on that Central Noble roster. And, of course, we've got most of our team back from last year.
Right. That's true. And it's interesting. I was looking through there, and so they list their starting guards. They list are both 6'4", and
they've got some size, no doubt.
And I'm just sitting here watching them shooting, and there's an awful lot of threes going in. It's going to be a tough game. And
they've got a guard that's a center.
Yeah.
Logan Guard is their center, and he's 6'7". So yeah, they've got a lot of size. They're going to outsize us, which a lot of teams will this year.
But yeah, they're a good team. They're going to be tough this year, really tough this year, I think. And so it'll be interesting. At the beginning of the season, I had sort of assumed that them and Churubusco might be sort of at the top of the heap. Wasn't quite sure what we were going to have. I thought we had an awful lot of potential. We had a lot of guys that didn't do a lot of scoring last year, but they probably could have. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing from our guys. But yeah, I think this could potentially be. Could be playing for for the title for regular season conference champs.
Yeah, no doubt. Both teams very talented. Central Noble compiled a 22-5 record last year with basically the same team. So yeah, that's going to be tough. Fortunately, tonight Westview has the home court advantage here at Westview High School. And the way they played against Northwood, we didn't cover that game, but I was able to listen to it. Dan was watching it. And I think we're playing in mid-season form rather than, I mean, we were limited on our turnovers in that ball game, and in the game before that as well. We're playing very consistently good.
Yeah, and the fact is we have numerous players that can handle the ball, that can score.
Right.
And so it's
our scoring is well distributed this year throughout the whole team. We've gotten good lockouts on the board, even though we do lack in size by most of the teams we played. So should be an exciting contest tonight. As I mentioned, Central Noble does have some pretty good size. Dan mentioned their guards at 6'4" and 6'4", and Sawyer Yoder, good outside shooter. Of course, Asiji, their leading scorer, he's the other guard, or one of the three guards. 6'4", he's only a junior. And then they've got the big guy in the middle, Logan Guard.
Well, and didn't Asiji pass 1,000 points for his career last year as a sophomore?
Yeah.
So the kid can score.
Ball player. Yeah, no doubt. So we're about 4 minutes away from the tip-off for tonight's ball game. Good to have you along. Wish you were here, and I'm sure you do too, but we're going to make it as entertaining for you as possible. And the Warriors are meeting up with the Central Noble Cougars tonight. We'll take another short break, and we'll be back with more from Westview High School right after this 1-minute timeout.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
That's crazy. Then I went and left my notebook and all my notes in, left it at home.
Well, I've got a bunch of stuff here. Back at Westview, Jamie has joined me now. Welcome aboard, Jamie.
Well, thanks.
Dan and I were discussing the game a little bit, and we've got Central Noble basically, well, a lot of familiar faces back from last year, that's for sure. And they were 22-5 last year. So they're going to give us a pretty good ball game tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think top to bottom, this probably is the best team we have played so far this year. I know Northridge came in here and played really well, but you know, Central Noble's got heights. They got 6'7" Logan Guard in there. Right. Junior. They got, of course, the Sejan, who's been starting since a freshman. They got Sawyer Yoder, who's been there, it seems like forever. Yeah, so they got good height. They got 6'7", 6'4", 6'4" with those three. Great athleticism, great shooting ability. And it's just a well-rounded team that is used to winning, that has become quite a rival in recent years for us. You know, there was a time where, you know, it wasn't very competitive.
Right.
But, you know, I think 5 years ago they won sectional here. And last year they were in the sectional championship against Busco. And so it's an experienced team, and certainly they're not afraid to play on this court, even with a full house.
Oh, my. No, they've played some pretty good ball games here, no doubt.
And so the other thing is they've had a whole week to prepare for this game. We've had one day.
Right.
After our game against Northwood the other night. So I'll be interested to see how it goes. We're going to have to come out ready because they can score in bunches, and you don't want to get down early on these guys.
Of course, we didn't cover the game at Northwood, but you had the opportunity to be there being a parent. So bring us up to date on that game. It sure sounded like they played, we did, Northwood, or Westview played a very good sound game against Northwood.
They did. It was a really good game. I had a bunch of notes on it so I could talk about it tonight, and they're on my table at home. So I'll have to go from memory. But we were,
I guess
we're going to the national anthem, and we'll cover that in a little bit.
Our national anthem completed tonight. Sorry, we don't have the name of the singer there. Jamie, go ahead. Well, we're going to have the starting lineup, so maybe we'll cover that during the game.
Yeah, we'll work it in.
Yeah. So first of all, for the Central Noble Cougars, they are coached by John Bodie. He's in his 5th year at the helm of the Central Noble Cougars. 66-37 at Central Noble, 134 wins and 119 losses in 12 years of coaching. Number 4, Ryan Schroeder, a 6'2 junior. Number 10, Connor Asigian, 6'4 junior. Number 12 is Jackson Andrews, a 6'1 freshman. Sawyer Yoder, number 22, is a 6'4 senior. He's at a guard. And in the middle, the aforementioned Logan Guard, a 6'7 junior, number 44. And for the Westview Warriors, they'll start the same players that they started the other night against Northwood, or at least Cherubusco, I think is the same lineup we had at Northwood. Ben Burkett, 5'8" senior. Mason Yoder, 6'2" junior. I believe he led us in scoring at Northwood, didn't he?
Mason?
Yeah.
No.
It was Drew? No?
It was Drew.
Drew, okay. 6'4" senior Drew Litweiler, number 25. Number 31, Luke Miller, a 5'11" senior. And Brady Yoder, a 5'9" sophomore, rounds out the starting lineup for Westview.
Yeah, if I remember, and I wrote these down, but I think Mason had 4 points the other night.
But he played
and
well,
so he's been our leading scorer, I think, in most games. But we had 4 guys in double figures. I think Drew had 20, and Brady, I believe, had 13. And then Luke and Lyndon, I think one had 11 and one had 13.
Wow.
So it was a very balanced effort. Caleb Corey came in and played some nice minutes. And when he was in there, the ball was really moving well and gave us a rebounding lift. And it's just, we pretty much dominated from start to finish. We got a little slow out of the gate. I think we were down 6-2, but we took the lead in the second quarter and just kept, it kind of, second half was kind of between 10 and 14 the whole second half.
Yeah, the guys have been playing in mid-season form here in the early going. Ball tipped away and eventually controlled by Asigi, and he puts it up off the glass and scores within a couple of seconds of the tip-off.
Yeah, that's one thing he definitely knows how to do. He's very aggressive, and he just threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, quick turnover on Westview.
Well, Central Noble, they're going to come out fired up. They always get up to play Westview, and again, we have one day, we had a big win the other night. You know, we were fired up to play Northwood, so
yeah, I'm sure.
Can young kids respond that quickly? We'll see.
Asigi, and that's 12 Andrews. Up top, it'll go to Schroeder. He goes down low with it to the freshman Andrews. Now right back into the hands of Asigi, and his jumper is no good. Mason Yoder comes back with it in a hurry. Underneath pass to Luke. He'll put it up off the glass and got it to go.
Yeah, nice defense that time by Mason, making Asigi take a tough shot.
We've been playing just tenacious defense every game we've played this year.
Yeah, I think they've bought in. You know, that's kind of been the program focus around here for many years, and it's no different with Ed Bentley. And, you know, Angola, if anything, focused on it more than we did even.
Yeah,
so
it seems to me that way.
He's brought that along, and they know they better play it or they're gonna sit.
So Luke completed the three-point play to give Westview the lead at 3-2. Driving to the baseline is Schroeder, and we have a push. Oh, hand check there. Called by Bob Neff, the referee. And that'll go against Drew Litweiler, his first.
I see if we get tired of a siege and they have another one coming.
Oh, no. Another Asigian?
Sam, a freshman.
Wow. So that's his little brother. That's Connor's little brother, Connor Asigians. Sawyer Yoder gets it right side to Schroeder. Schroeder with Drew Litweiler on him, gets it to guard. Out of the paint on the pass, he'll go to Sawyer Yoder, and that's a 3 for the 6'4" senior.
Yeah, he was always capable of hitting that. Because of some of the other players they've had in recent years, he didn't fire it up quite as much, but he's got more freedom this year.
As I recall, he played as a freshman as well, didn't he?
He did. They always seem to have really good freshmen.
Right.
And they have one starting at point guard, too.
That's
so
right.
They get them ready early down there in that county. If anything, one thing Central Noble maybe has had a tendency to do in recent years is it's a little bit easier to score on them than you think it should be with their athleticism and skill. But they're really playing hard out there right now and shut down some of our driving lanes. So Northwood did this too early on, but we were patient. I think there were a couple of possessions where we'd work it for a minute and get a layup out of it. And so that tends to take kind of the life out of the defense a little bit.
Right. Yeah, if we can get those sharp, quick passes.
Looks like we're running a set play here.
Drew out front. He'll go right side to Burkett. Luke Miller, Brady Yoder down the corner to Mason. He drives it into the paint. Little jumper from there is good.
Yeah, right there. That's a perfect example. Great patience. We get a pull-up 8-footer. Now we get a steal. Almost got a steal. So I just think that shows the maturity of our team. You know, we have some older players out there. You know, Brady's only a sophomore, but he's played a lot of basketball. Just working for the shot we want.
Mason's good. Well, he can elevate very well, but he can also square up when he's up in the air. Some players
he can
don't
adjust
have
his
time
body
to do
in the
that.
air. A good point.
Yeah. Turnaround jumper's no good by guard off the baseline. Good defense again by the Warriors. Driving is Luke, and we got an offensive foul.
Well, that's just a terrible call. I don't know what else to say. There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Andrews was in a hurry. He stepped in there, but they said he had position and got the charge. Called on Luke Miller, his first.
Yeah, very unfortunate call. The defender jumped into him as he's going through the air, and they called a charge on that. So Ed's letting him know about it.
Sawyer Yoder with it on the wing left side, takes it down to the baseline, then pulls it back out off the foot, off the hand and the foot of Logan Guard, out of bounds into the Westview bench. It'll be Westview basketball.
Last year, Westview went a little different route in defending Central Noble, and I think we started Caleb on the tall guy, Logan.
Yeah,
Guard.
I remember him being in the lineup. Yeah.
And so that worked pretty well. It's just kind of to neutralize him. And this year we're going a little different route and starting, it's Luke Gardening, I think.
Looks like it.
Well, we had a little bit of a task the other night. Northwood actually, they're fairly young. They started 3 sophomores.
Wow.
But they had good size. And so he had to guard a tall guy. Pretty much every game he has to guard a tall guy.
Well, he's definitely our defensive specialist. Right there, he proves it. Knocked the ball away. Burkett with the grab. He'll put it up. He's hammered as he goes up. Can't get the ball to drop, but he'll have a couple of free throws coming his way. Second foul on Sawyer Yoder. So 2 quick fouls. He has both of Central Noble's fouls, and Westview 2 team fouls as well. One on Drew Litweiler and one on Luke Miller, and Burkett misses the first. He'll get one more. 4:09 to go in the first quarter.
We're chuckling up here because Dan keeps referring to a country singer whenever he's talking about
Well,
Sawyer.
I think I've done that in the past too.
That's an unusual first name, and that's about the only other one you think of.
Sawyer Brown.
Wasn't he up here in Shipsy not too long ago
he was.
doing a performance?
Yeah. Asagia drives it and then has it knocked away once again by Luke. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of Central Noble. Inbounding will be Connor Asagia. Bounce passes it into Jackson Andrews between the circles. He'll go left side with it to Schroeder. Belbus into the ball game, number 5. Dreibelbiss. Eden Dreibelbiss. And we have a reach-in foul called on Drew.
Good defense, good pressure that time by the whole team, but Drew did reach in there. And
that's his second, so he'll come sit down next to the coach. Lyndon Miller checks in for Westview.
One thing I think we're going to have to adjust to, the other night at Northwood, they kind of let them play. And there was a lot of physical play, and so far they're pretty tight on this one. 5 fouls already called in the first 6 minutes. Or 5 minutes.
Yep. 3 for Westview, 2 for Central Noble. Driving is Asagia, and he'll put it up. Gets the floater to fall, and he has 4 of his team's 7 points. Brady Yoder out front, bounce pass to Mason, pull up jumper from the high post left side position. He got it to go. Nice soft shot. Inside pass to Guard from Asagia, and has it knocked away and stolen by Brady Yoder. Brady will take it all the way to the hole and have it slapped away by Schroeder, and he picks up the foul.
Yeah, nice play by Brady with kind of a hesitation move that time, and Schroeder was really in pretty good position, but slapped down on it at the last minute, and that's why they called the foul.
It'll be a 2-shot foul coming for Brady. 8-7, 2:46 to go in the first quarter.
I haven't seen all the teams in our sectional this year, but between Central Noble and Cherubusco last week, I would think those two and us would probably be near the top of the sectional.
I would think so. I think Cherubusco's probably going to improve. That was their first game, wasn't it, when they played
they had
us?
3 freshmen in their top 6 players, so that was their first game ever on the varsity level.
So, yeah, they're bound to improve as the season progresses. Got a lot of talent.
Well, Central Noble has some good returning players, and whenever you come up just short in a sectional championship, it kind of spurs you on.
3 is good by Asigia.
Yeah, and that's what he can do. He's just a high-level shooter and athlete, and when you can do a turnaround jumper, smooth looking from about 25 feet, that's pretty rare.
Burkett for 3. That's short. Tipped out by Luke Miller. Grabbed by Brady. His shot goes off the back of the iron. No good, and it's pulled down by Asigian. He'll bring it across the timeline. He'll put up another 3. This time it's short. Tipped out right into the hands of Ben Burkett. Burkett to Mason. Thought about taking a 3 from the corner. Passes it up. Now to Burkett inside. It'll go to Luke Miller, or Lyndon Miller. Now to Mason. He'll pop a 3, and it's off the back of the rim. And Luke came flying in there, and it looks like they're going to whistle him for the foul over the back.
Yeah, we had kind of a 4-on-1 break that time, but didn't get anything out of it. That was a little disappointing, and then we settled for a long shot.
So far, pretty much the game we expected. All tied up 10-10, 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Into the ball game, Connor Lemon now for Central Noble. Asigian drives it into the paint, loses a handle. Chased down by Lyndon Miller. Quickly up court. Burkett puts it up off the glass. Can't get it to go down. And a rebound snared out of there by Ryan Schroeder. Good hustle by Brady Yoder, knocking that would-be pass that was intended for Connor Asigian. Knocked it right into the assistant coaches on the bench down there, John Jancy.
Well, I think we're doing a good job of being scrappy. We don't look real smooth on offense right now, but we're making Asigian work for it, and I think we're tied. We're hanging in there despite a less than stellar performance.
Ball down low on the baseline. Shots up, no good off the glass by Schroeder. Picked out of there by Gardel. But this knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay in the hands of Central Noble.
The other thing about Central Noble is they've tended, over the recent years, had a tendency, they shoot a lot, and they shoot quickly.
Yeah, they
do.
So
they can blow you out in a hurry, or they can let you back in it pretty good, too.
Quick pass inside. Good defense again by Westview as they come up with a steal. Burkett, left side. Brady left open for 3, and it's good.
Yeah, that's his shot. Catch and shoot from the angle there, and he's, I think, getting quite a reputation for it.
13-10 Westview. Down low with Schroeder, gets it out of trouble. He'll swing it back out front now to Andrews. He'll back it out.
You can tell they've played a lot together. They move the ball really well and know exactly who their shooters are. Looks like they're going for the last shot here. 19 seconds left.
Andrews with it out front, the freshman. Travel. I thought it looked like he took an extra step. Ryan Schroeder came up to grab that pass from Andrews and took an extra step.
I think they got away with a couple, too, on that possession, but we don't want them to call every little thing, but we want to get them when it counts.
Lyndon Miller inbounds it to Ben Burkett, and Ben advances it across the timeline. We're down to 5 seconds. Brady looks for the shot. Now he'll force it up, and it's going to be short, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play here at Westview. Our score, Westview 13, Central Noble 10. We'll be back with second quarter action from Westview right after this 60-second timeout.
There's nothing more embarrassing than an air ball. You get the ball, you take the shot, not even close. Hard work pays off on the basketball court, but when it comes to God, no amount of hard work will ever be enough. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and so it's by grace that you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourself, it's the gift of God. That means your only hope is to put your trust in Jesus today. Friends, this is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Back at Westview, getting set for the second quarter here. Westview leads it 13-10. Jamie?
Yeah, I was looking through Central Nobles. You know, they've really been kind of the epitome of high or low. They had several seasons in the late 2008, 9, that era, where they had 2 or 3 wins. And then, then last year they had 22. So they are really at a high right now. They got a lot of talent flowing through, and John Bodie's a good coach and has them rolling. So this is definitely a challenge.
Ball knocked away from Mason, goes out of bounds, and last touch by Asigian. And so Mason will inbound right in front of the scorer's bench. Inbound pass comes to Brady Yoder. Brady crosses the timeline, goes left side with it to Lyndon Miller, now to Ben Burkett. Mason fakes the shot. Burkett. Linden down on the baseline to Brady, loses the dribble, gives off to Linden. And we have a whistle, and they're going to call him for traveling. Unforced turnover. Segian will inbound for Central Noble, and he gets the pass into their point guard, Jackson Andrews, who Jamie mentioned, a freshman. Connor Lemon.
Sometimes all a team needs with a lot of parts is just a guy to get the ball to the right people at the right time and not turn it over. And that's probably why he's in there.
Once again, we denied the pass inside. Turned out to be in our favor. It was deflected out of bounds by Central Noble. Good defense again by the Warriors. Chance to extend their lead here.
Well, we know the Central Noble first quarter came out and played really good defense for the first few minutes, and then it tapered off a little. So we'll see how this. They're starting out really good this quarter too.
Yeah, they're hawking us pretty hard. Caleb Corey in there. I don't even think I mentioned that. He was in, and the tip up is good off the miss from Mason. That was Lyndon Miller.
Yeah, they took a second bounce on the rim and threw off the defensive rebounding, and so it was kind of a fortunate bounce for us there.
5-point lead now, the largest lead of the game for the Warriors, 15-10. Asigian drives the lane, puts it up, and it's going to be a blocking foul underneath on Brady Yoder.
Central Noble, I think, comes into this game averaging, I didn't check their average.
Almost 65 points, 64 and a half points.
We're at 66, they're 65, so we're right on.
Pretty close all the way around. They're giving up 49 points. We're giving up 48.8. So
definitely right on. They've played, what, 2 games?
Yeah, they're 2-0. Asigian cans both of them.
Yeah, you hate to see a guy like that get to the line and get some momentum going, seeing the ball go through the rim.
Central Noble puts on a full court press. Burkett breaks it easily. Gets it underneath to Caleb Corey. He has an easy layup, and he's fouled.
Well, that's something Ben used to do all the time. Weave through traffic like that. He just tends to, he's really good at getting lower than the guy guarding him. And that's a good way to not make them press again, too.
That's true. We didn't have any trouble breaking that press. Lemon picks up the foul. Caleb gets a bucket, misses a free throw, but Westview up 17-12. With the ball is Connor Lemon. Bounce passes it right side. And that is Schroeder. Schroeder into the paint, then gives off to Lemon. Lemon to the free throw line. Gives up. Lemon drives, has it knocked away, and Brady Yoder comes up with a loose ball.
Yeah, a Sejan that tried to split that gap there.
Yeah, I thought it was Lemon, but yeah, you're right. Burkett will pop a 3, and he hits from the top of the circle.
Yeah, Central Noble's given him that shot. He hit one the other night against Northwood. It was a big shot when we needed it, and that's a really good sign.
Asigian, a quick shot off just beyond the free throw line. It's no good. Pops out, and Burkett right there for the rebound. Westview up 8. Brady with a quick 3, no good. Rebounds pulled down by Ryan Schroeder. Outlet pass comes to Andrews. Central Noble will set up their offense. Lemon to the free throw line. His shot hits the back of the rim, bounces out. Mason Yoder there for the rebound. Quickly up court, deflected away there on defense by Aiden Drybellis.
Looks like we have a few starters coming back in the game for both teams.
Drew coming back in. He has 2 fouls. Caleb Corey will come out. 5:15 to go in the first half. Lyndon Miller will trigger it in for the Warriors. He gets it into Ben Burkett. Burkett comes between the circles to Drew Litweiler. Now back to Ben, high on the left wing. Lyndon Miller feeds Brady Yoder. Now Burkett. Bounce passes it down on the baseline to Drew.
This is where we want Drew.
He posts up against Schroeder and puts it in over on that jump hook.
He had 20 the other night at Northwood, and I don't know if he hit a shot outside of 8 feet. He was just really, free throw, but he was very effective in there. There's another steal on a pass trying to get to Asigian. We're doing a really good job of knowing where Asigian's going and where he wants to go.
In a frustration foul committed by Asigian. That's his first. Well, Drew, he just loves those little turnaround jump hooks in the paint.
Yeah, he's got a really good feel, pivoting and using his body to get a little shot off down there. I know everybody wants to shoot threes and hold up the 3 sign on the way down the court, but it's just as effective down there.
Well, we need somebody to work in there because we don't have the big guy that we had last year.
Yeah, and they're doubling the post now. They're bringing guard over to kind of shade on Drew there. So good decision to get it out of there. And good drive by Mason, but
has it knocked away from behind and out of bounds.
One thing, Drew being in there, just takes a lot of attention.
Right.
To stop him, and so it opens up driving lanes.
Back into the ball game's Connor Lemon coming out for a rest is Jackson Andrews. Brady Yoder inbounding. He'll get it into Luke Miller. Out front, it'll come to Litweiler. Now left side of Brady Yoder in the corner to Mason. Burkett has it go through his hands, hit him in the nose, it looked like. Able to regain possession. Swing it around to Mason now. He'll get it to Burkett.
Good catch by Ben that time.
It was. And a quick timeout called here by Coach Ed Bentley of Westview with 3:47 to go in the second quarter. Westview 22, Central Noble 12. Back with more from Westview right after this 30-second timeout.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Back at Westview, timeout was called by Ed Bentley, coach of Westview. Talking it over with his troops down there, along with Central Noble's John Bodie.
I think that was a good timeout right there. I think he sensed, we kind of flailing a little bit on offense, getting easy shots, and sometimes you just need a break, get to regroup. Maybe our screens aren't being set very well. Nobody's getting open. And Central Noble, I think if you screen them really well, we can get a good shot.
I think that's one of the differences I see in Central Noble this year. They seem to be quicker on defense. They're concentrating on it a little bit more. Front now. He has Lemon on him. Now Lyndon Miller.
I think Central Noble's still, they're sticking with their man-to-man. Kind of like in trying a full court press again.
Yeah. Jumper by Mason's off. Saved in bounds, and then it goes off the body of Lemon. Connor Lemon was looking up court and went off his waist and out of bounds, so it'll be a quick turnover, and Westview will get it right back.
Yeah, good hustle that time to try to save that rebound and ended up working out.
Luke Miller out front. Drew try to drive it, gives off to Luke right side. Drew, after being covered up there by a couple of Central Noble would-be defenders, he was able to corral that basketball. Burkett again for three. This time it's no good, and the rebound's pulled down by their big guy, Logan Guard. Connor Lemon looks for help, goes right side to Asigian. They go left side to Sawyer Yoder. They'll work it around left side. Now Asigian drives, puts it up off the glass and good.
Yeah, our help side defense turned their head that time, and good move by Connor.
That was Central Noble's first field goal in the second quarter. Westview up by 8, 22-14.
I think it'll be important to get a basket this time. We've been kind of scuffling a little bit. There, that's what we want.
Drew gets hammered as he goes up.
Yeah, he can either do that or he's almost like a point guard out of the post. He's such a good passer. He sees the floor and he draws attention. So
third foul on Sawyer Yoder.
Sawyer's having one of them games.
Yeah.
He just.
Drew rattles that one in. He has 3 for the night. So Sawyer will come out. Coming into the ballgame for the first time tonight is Noah Christopher. 8 returning lettermen on the Central Noble roster. And Christopher is one of those. And the offensive rebound off the missed free throw. Westview with the ball. Once again, Drew drives a baseline. Can't find an opening, so he gives to Mason. Back out front now to Lyndon Miller, now to Brady Yoder. Lyndon left open for a 3, and he hits.
Well, he hit at least one big one like that the other night. And that gives us, that's our biggest lead, I think.
Yeah, it is.
26-14.
Minute 41 to go in the first half. Full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There's nothing more embarrassing than an air ball. You get the ball, you take the shot, not even close. Hard work pays off on the basketball court, but when it comes to God, no amount of hard work will ever be enough. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and so it's by grace that you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourself, it's the gift of God. That means your only hope is to put your trust in Jesus today. Friends, this is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
Back at Westview, teams breaking out of their huddle after the timeout, called by Coach Bodie to try to get his troops together. They're looking up at their biggest deficit of this ball game at 26-14, 12 points, minute 41 to go.
We got to feel good about being up 12 to this team.
And a good block there by Luke Miller. I thought they were going to call a foul, but he had all ball. So it's a tie-up, and it's going to stay in the hands of Central Noble on the alternating possession.
Well, as most teams learn, Luke and Lyndon have really good hands.
They certainly
get
do.
it when they don't expect it.
Inside reverse layup, and it won't go. Guard missed it.
Yeah, fell asleep that time, but we got lucky. He missed it. We really want to end this quarter well. We've worked hard to get this lead. Let's take good shots and end it well.
Mason Yoder gets it out front to Luke Miller. Puts it on the floor twice and looking for a pass, gets it to Brady. 65 seconds to go, first quarter.
One thing I see with our offense is we're pretty low on the court. I don't know if that's by design or not, but when you're a little higher, it opens up driving lanes a little more for Mason and Luke. So we'll see if maybe they're running something specifically. I'm not sure, but
well, at this point in time, we might as well just take the last shot. Maybe that's what we were thinking the whole time.
yeah, I would agree with you. I think that's what we're going to do. Go down, go in, down, up, no less than 12, unless we have a bad pass.
Boy, backfired. Asidian takes it down, he'll put it up, scores, and we got a charging foul. The basket will not count.
Wow, that was I didn't think we'd get that call. Yeah, that was one where I wouldn't have counted in college. He was standing about under the basket when he took the charge. They have that little semicircle in college where you can't take one
right
below there. So again, a semi-fortunate play. So they missed a layup, and then they got a charging call there. So let's see if we can get a good play here with about 15 seconds to go.
Out front, Drew Litweiler. On him is Schroeder. Drew looking for help, gets it to Lindenmiller. 5 seconds, and now we have a whistle, and what do we have? Oh, an elbow on Brady, I guess. Offensive foul.
Well, if there's one area I think we need to improve on, and it's been fairly consistent in the games, is plays at end of quarters. We don't seem to be doing too well.
That's true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Asidian's shot is no good, but he's going to get 2 free throws before, well, all by himself, probably. It was a buzzer sounds, but the shot was off well before the buzzer.
Yeah, it's a simple backdoor play that teams have run for eons, but we were a little bit slow in seeing it.
Asidian can't get that one to go, rattled out. He'll get one more.
See, they've got 14. He's got 11 of them.
Yeah. Pretty much a one-man crew here.
Yeah, so he's got 12 of their 15. I think Sawyer, does he have the other 3?
Yeah, he has the 3.
Okay.
So we've come to an end of the first half of play already. It's been a quick ball game. 26-15 is our score at halftime. Westview leading by 11. And Dan and Jamie will be back with halftime stats and scoring right after this 2-minute timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
All right, back at Westview High School, we're at halftime. Westview leads Central Noble 26-15. Westview jumped out to a, 13-10 lead after one quarter and almost duplicated that in the second quarter. Only, 13-5 in that second quarter.
Right, yeah.
So Really a steady performance. Let's take a look at the individual scoring. Central Noble only had 2 players hit the scoring column. That was 6'4" junior Connor Asigian, who had 12 points, and Sawyer Yoder, a 6'4" senior, who hardly played due to foul trouble, had 1 3-pointer for 3 points. So that's their 15. For Westview, very balanced scoring. Ben Burkett had a 3-pointer and a free throw for 4 points. Mason Yoder had 2 field goals for 4 points. Lyndon Miller had a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer for 5 points. Drew Litweiler, who also sat because of some foul trouble, had a field goal and a free throw for 3 points. Luke Miller had 3 points with a field goal and a free throw. Brady Yoder is tied for the lead in scoring with 5. He had a 3 and 2 free throws. And Caleb Corey got a nice feed off Ben Burkett breaking the press and scored for 2 points. So we had 7 players, I think all 7 that played scored, and tied with 5 points each. So very balanced effort out there for Westview, and we got a nice 26-15 lead at halftime. So Dan, do you have any more crucial information over there?
Well, I show us with a rebounding advantage of 11-8, so that's critical. At the end of the first quarter, we each had 5, but then we pulled down 6 boards in the second period, and they only got 3. I think the biggest thing is in the second period, they only took 4 shots. I only show them taking 4 shots. Central Noble, and they made 1 of them. So, and then, well, I mean, they did also take 4 free throws. So I guess technically they took 8 shots, but only 4 from the field.
Okay.
And they made 1. So it's things didn't go so well from the second period. Well, and that, like you said, Connor Eagleson is pretty much the only one scoring for him. And we've been to the free throw line a number of times. We're 5 of 8 from the stripe. They're 3 of 4. But overall, ISHO have been taking 19 shots, and they've only got 13 up. At the end of the first period, we had taken 1 more than them. But in the second period, we took 9 shots, and they took 4. And that'll make a big difference. I show them with 9 turnovers and maybe 9.5. I'm not sure how you count that with when we had a tie up, but they got the ball back, and it's sort of a half a turnover because you just lost your possession for the next quarter or whatever.
Right.
You hate getting it tied up when you have the ball. It's fine when the other team
when you
has
don't
the ball.
have the ball.
Yeah,
right.
But anyway, so. And I show us with only 4 turnovers, so I think that's probably the big thing.
That's definitely a huge factor. They have 6 less shots and 5 less turnovers, or we have 5 less turnovers.
9 to 4.
Yeah. So that's the game right there. I mean, I think we've done a good job of stopping Asigian from driving and getting to where he wants to go. He loves finishing around the basket, and he's big and he can do it, but we're clogging up the driving lanes pretty good.
Yeah, and I think you'd mentioned it during the game that everybody seems to be very aware of where he is, and we're stepping in there not only when he's trying to drive, but even just keeping him from getting the ball, making a good point of trying to knock the ball loose. And I'm thinking he's got to be a little bit frustrated because he can't get any shots off without all kinds of contesting going on.
Yeah, one interesting note that I was told before the game is Asigian is an established scorer and 3-point shooter, but on the year he's 2 for 16 from 3.
Oh, so not so good this year.
Yeah, he's shooting 91% from the free throw line, 58% from 2, but he's so far hasn't got locked in from 3. Well, and tonight he's 1 for?
Yeah.
I think he's hit 1 or
yeah, he did hit 1
for
tonight. You're saying
right?
I show him 1. No, he hasn't hit any 3s tonight. Oh yes, he did. I'm sorry. Yes, they've had 2. So he hit 1, and actually that might have been I show him with taking 2, and there was 1 someone else took. I'm not sure who it was. Someone on the team. So he might have taken 3. But
Sawyer Yoder hit 1. I know.
Yeah, he hit 1, but I don't know who missed the other one. So I think one thing that we can agree on is sitting up here at the top to broadcast. I don't know if the sound's just louder up here or what, but those buzzers are awfully loud, and the band is really loud up here.
I think all the sound comes up here.
Right here. Well, not just up top, but right here.
Yeah, there's no people to absorb the sound either, so it's just hard surfaces. And
Yeah,
So-
down there we get the sound of the fans yelling in our mics that are sitting behind us, but
Exactly. So Exegian, despite all his struggles from 3 on the year, is averaging 29 points a game. Granted, it's only been 2 games. So, you know, he's on track right now to score a little bit less than that. We'll see how the second half goes. We need to stay alert. He can score in bunches, and well, that's just his mindset. So that's what we need to stop. The other night, just a quick review, the other night at Northwood, first quarter, actually Northwood led 13-12 after 1 quarter. It was a good back and forth quarter, but we jumped out on them early in that quarter. Jumped out to a 27-19 lead. They called a timeout, and then we had a couple more threes, one from Luke, one from Linden, and then we led 34-23 at half. So we outscored them 22-10 in the second quarter. And if anybody knows our history at Northwood, that's not necessarily something you see every day. Northwood comes out. They're always well coached. They're physical. They got strong players. Third quarter, we outscored them again, 13-11. And so after 3, we led by 13, 47-34. At one point, we led by 15. And then I think we called the timeout. They cut it to 7 with about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But we regrouped. They did outscore us in that quarter, but we ended up with a 67-56 win. So very satisfying win. Drew had, led us with 20. Brady had 11, Luke had 10, Linden had 13, and Mason had 4. So that was kind of our top 4. I think Caleb had some points too, but I didn't record everybody's. So it's just a really good performance to beat an NLC school on the road is very satisfying.
Those kind of wins, you know, of course we lost to Northridge, but if you can beat Northwood, Concord, Northridge. Let's see, who else do we play from the NLC? Is that
Wawasee.
Wawasee, that's right. Yeah, those are always good wins for us.
Well, the other thing is our JV team. You know, we went down there. We're mostly freshmen on that JV team. A couple of sophomores. But I wasn't there for the first quarter. I think we had around 10 turnovers in the first quarter. And I don't know what the score was, but we ended up coming back. When I got there, we were about tied. But we ended up winning by, I think it was 10 or 12 points.
Wow.
We really played well and pulled a good win out of there. So it was a double dip by double figures for Westview, and that's good to see now and for the future.
That's right. We got a good, strong JV team this year, and deep.
Well, there's a bunch of players that are really skilled. To pass it, shoot it.
A lot of freshmen, aren't there?
Yeah, 7 or 8 of them.
Westview starts out with a basketball in this second half. Same starting lineup. Ball stolen away. Sawyer Yoder, reverse layup is good. So, as was in the first half.
They always come out and start the quarter hard, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They scored first in the first half and now in the second half as well. Burkett on the left wing. Well, almost threw it away there, but Brady adjusted and went out and grabbed it. Drew now, baseline right side, and he gets his pocket pick. Coming out of there with it is Jackson Andrews, the freshman. Esegian into the paint. He'll take the 3, and it's going to be short. Right there on the good block out was Luke Miller. Burkett, Mason Yoder, good.
Yeah, great pass by Ben that time. That was a big series that time. If Esegian hits that 3, it's going to be, what, 26-20?
Right. 6-point game all of a sudden after what we were up 9 at the break. And there's a wide open, good pass from Burkett to Luke Miller.
Well, this team just finds each other so well, and they're very unselfish, as evidenced by our halftime stats of the high score having 5 points.
Right.
And everybody that played scored.
Sawyer Yoder, the left side pass to Andrews in the corner. They give off to Schroeder.
I'll be interested to see this half. There we.
And another charging foul is called on Esegian.
Brady's got to be. He's got to be headed for a school record in charges taken. I mean, he takes at least 1 per game.
He's going to have a lot of bruises on his back.
I'll be interested. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if Central Noble as we go for some of the other players try to score a little more rather than just Siegen and Yoder.
Good point. Westview up 13. Luke at the free throw line, dishes off to Drew Miller. Drew drives the baseline. Oh, good shot. And a tip in by Mason Yoder. He could have slammed it down. He sure did. Timeout called. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Westview out to a 32-17 lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
There's nothing more embarrassing than an air ball. You get the ball, you take the shot, not even close. Hard work pays off on the basketball court, but when it comes to God, no amount of hard work will ever be enough. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and so it's by grace that you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourself, it's the gift of God. That means your only hope is to put your trust in Jesus today. Friends, this is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
Yeah, we're back at Westview after the timeout. Teams are breaking out of their huddle. 32-17 Westview. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Central Noble will be inbounding right at midcourt. And pass comes into Jackson Andrews. Burkett on him. We'll go right side to Sawyer Yoder. In the corner to Noah Christopher who's come in. And we have a reach-in foul is going to be called on Luke Miller.
That was a tough call right there. 30 just kind of, Christopher just kind of stuck his, he was kind of flailing around with the ball there. Ran into,
ran into Luke. Picks up his fourth. Lyndon Miller.
The other night, Lyndon had 3 fouls in the first quarter.
So they have 7 this week so far between them. Oh, good behind the back pass, but it's blocked away from behind by Sawyer Yoder, and he comes up with a loose ball. He'll pop a 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Drew Litweiler with a rebound, and then he's fouled from behind, and that foul is going to go against Ryan Schroeder.
Well, that was kind of a highlight reel for both teams on the other end, and nothing even scored.
Right.
It's a good pass up by Brady. And I thought, Ben thought he might get blocked, so he behind the backed it. But who was that? A Siegen that came flying from behind?
I think it was Sawyer Yoder. I thought it was.
It probably was. That guy can.
He can jump too.
Oh, Drew inside, just misses.
Driving now is Christopher, and we have what? A foul. That's going to be on Westview.
Mason moved his feet really well, forced him in a terrible shot, and then hacked down on it. I think he was behind the backboard when he hacked down on him. If he had just kept his arms up, I think we would have got away with nothing there.
So that sends Siegen to the free throw line, and he swishes his first free throw, 4th free throw that he's been successful on tonight. 13 points, and now 14 as he rattles that one in. 32-19. Just inside 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Burkett to Mason, bounce pass to Brady down on the low post. Drew Litweiler at the free throw line, hands off to Brady. Yeah, they're really coming out on us.
Yeah, they're extending their defense a little bit right now.
Well, knocked away, but right into the hands of Lyndon Miller. Drew wide open on the pass, and he puts it in off the glass.
Kind of got another fortunate bounce that time, but we'll take it.
That's right. You hustle, you're going to get those bounces coming your way. Sawyer Yoder drives, gives underneath on the pass to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for room, finds it, and he scores, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that's a no call in my opinion. That's just I mean, that contact down there is very typical of what you see on the inside play, but they called it.
Incidental contact.
Yeah, Drew was standing there. He didn't come down on the ball.
Schroeder will try to complete the three-point play. Caleb Corey getting set to check in. He'll come in for Drew Litweiler. Drew committed his third foul.
Well, Drew's a lot more on him this year on both ends of the court, and I've seen in a few games now he does kind of run into some foul trouble.
Schroeder, I think that hit every part of the rim it could, and it went in. 34-22, 12-point lead for Westview, and they have the basketball. Burkett takes it up top, goes to Brady Yoder. Bounce pass to Caleb Corey, good feed to Mason, jumper's good.
One thing that Caleb is very good at is just it sounds silly, but it's passing. He just hits guys when they're open and is always looking for them, so he's an easy guy to play with.
Well, he's got a good quick release, too, on those passes, and that's important.
Yep.
In the corner, Esigian for three, short. Caleb Corey skies for the rebound. Outlet pass comes to Lyndon Miller. Lyndon works it to Brady left side. Out of Burkett. We'll set up the offense.
One thing we're seeing, Brady has been very efficient from three this year, and he's not getting as many open looks as he used to.
And we have a travel as Lyndon lost his balance and took an extra step. 36-22, Westview out to a 14-point lead here.
Well, neither team's playing real well right now, but at this point we've outscored them by 3 this quarter.
Right, we're maintaining. And then some. Sawyer Yoder bounces around, puts it up, misses a shot. Central Noble's having a hard time getting that ball to drop.
Yeah, we're doing a good job of sticking a hand in their face, making them take tough shots. And the littlest guy out there got the rebound.
Burkett with 4 rebounds, according to Dan. The drive, and what do we have?
Yeah, he traveled.
Okay, a traveling violation, so it'll be a turnover on Westview. Central Noble will inbound across the court.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We've played good defense. We've had a couple straight possessions now with just kind of careless turnovers. That's just a basic fundamental move, is keep your pivot foot down until you dribble.
Yep, that's true.
Easy for me to say. I was never that athletic. I couldn't move my feet very fast to begin with.
Shot, air ball by Esigian. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Westview basketball.
Yeah, you can see Esigian is the easiest openings are out there, but he's had the least success from there this year. So it's kind of a,
yeah,
as a coach, you got to give him freedom. He's your top gun, and you know he's going to snap out of it.
Right.
But right now it's not helping him very much.
Right. It's one of those things where it's in his head right now. I mean, like you said, he'll snap out of it after a while. Esigian feeds underneath. Good pass to Schroeder after the steal.
That's frustrating. Central Nova went to a 1-3-1, or they're in it again, and we just looked right at our guy and threw a pass right into him. That's just, that's like an 8th grade pass. So that's, if the coach had any hair, he'd be pulling it out.
And you can say that.
I
right?
can say that. Well, that's like anything. You know, the guys aren't going to be their sharpest every single night, but we're playing hard. We're doing what we can, and if we
and we're leading by 12, so. Pass underneath once again. Caleb had a beautiful pass, but Mason a little bit too strong with that layup. Sawyer Yoder off the baseline, misses, puts it back up, long, gets his own rebound, knocked away. Lyndon Miller with the rebound, or with the steal. He'll go right side to Burkett, lobs it inside to Corey, misses the shot.
Got to be a foul in there somewhere.
There you go. Mason Yoder gets fouled finally after trying to tip it back up and in. Good shot by Caleb, good quick shot as he was kind of falling away from the basket or underneath. I couldn't get it to go down.
This reminds me of one of those games. You know how sometimes in sectional or even in the NECC tournament, you'll have a great game on Friday night. 2 good teams meet on Saturday, and you're just all kind of sloppy. You know, we're missing layups, we're turning it over. It's just not real pretty, but we're playing hard, and we're still ahead by 12.
I think about the first half was cleaner than this half, definitely, or at least I think so.
No, you're right.
12 points for Mason now. Or no, 11. Shots up and good by Sawyer Yoder, and he's fouled the other end.
I think that was a Sejan.
Or a Sejan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, whenever our help, when he's one-on-one with Mason and the help is not looking, he drives. That time our help wasn't looking. And
Mason's second foul, and a Sejan misses the free throw, and Mason skies for the rebound. Up court it comes to Burkett, right back out front it'll come to Lyndon Miller. Burkett. Now to 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brady for three, and he hits.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Right.
You get it in the middle, you're tough with the ball, like, what was that, Lyndon out top? He broke the trap, hit it in the middle, and that's exactly what you're looking for.
40-26. Sawyer Yoder, 15 seconds. Swing it around to Drybilbis, and he feeds underneath to Andrews, and he puts it in off the glass. 5 seconds to go, third quarter. Mason Yoder, he'll pull up for the jumper, and it's going to be off the mark. Picked up by Lyndon Miller, can't control it enough to get that last shot off. So we play 3 quarters now from Westview, and our score, Westview 40, Central Noble 28. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout. And we're back at Westview. Oops.
Fruit May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Fruit May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at fruitmayfuneralhomes.com.
Yeah, I thought that was an awfully quick 60-second timeout. Sorry, Dan. 40-28. Westview leads it as we begin the fourth quarter of play here. Sloppy third quarter. We'll see if they can clean it up here in the fourth quarter.
I would expect a pretty exciting fourth quarter here. Hopefully not in the sense that it gets down to a close game.
Yeah, pretty comfortable lead for Westview right now at 12.
But Central Noble can shoot themselves in and they can shoot themselves out of it.
We'll see what transpires here. Esigian with a long three, and he hits.
And right there, if he gets hot, he's almost unstoppable from out there because of his release and how big he is.
Burkett being hawked on defense by Andrews, and now Coach Bentley wants to talk it over.
30-second.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back at Westview after the timeout called by Coach Bentley. Try to get his
Yeah, I think he called that timeout. The count on Ben for 5 seconds was close. And so Ben got rid of it in time, but I think he had already called the timeout by then.
Gotcha.
Plus, we're doing a lot of standing out there right now. We're not getting open, not real crisp. So Drew has come back in the game.
And he receives the inbound pass from Lyndon Miller. Drew goes to Burkett. Central Noble remains in their man defense. Drew underneath has it out of his hands into Mason's. He'll put it up. No good. Drew with the putback and good.
Good patience that time. We didn't panic in there in a lot of traffic.
Litweiler with 7. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview up by 11, 42-31. Andrews gives it off. Now Sawyer Yoder. Asigian drives it into the paint, goes left side to Schroeder. His 3 is good. Second 3 of the quarter by Central Noble. Asigian and now Schroeder. Drew Litweiler out front. Lyndon Miller has it knocked away and stolen. And we have a whistle, and it's going to be called traveling on Aiden Drybillis. It's a good steal, but then he couldn't hold his balance and tried to hand it off to Jackson Andrews. Burkett looking to inbound, still looking, and it's knocked away, but right into the hands of Brady Yoder. Brady's double teamed in that corner. Gets it out of trouble to Luke Miller. Out of Burkett.
Well, they've come out again very intense on defense. We need to set good screens, be really strong with the ball, get a few baskets, and it should loosen things up again.
Reach-in fouls called on Drybelbus. Dan keeps correcting me in my headphones, and sorry, Drybelbus. Got to say it faster, Drybelbus. Bounce pass down low to Luke Miller. Luke out front to Drew. Burkett, they'll swing it around to Brady Yoder. Bounce pass inside of Mason, goes through the wickets, but we have a reach-in foul. It's going to be called on Central Noble. Drybelbus. Got it. Drybelbus. I'll try to remember that.
Schroeder that hit that 3 a little bit ago. That was only his second 3 of the year.
Wow.
So some of those guys that can probably shoot it need to stand up and take it, because we're shutting down their other guys effectively.
Mason Yoder covered up by Asigian. They'll get it out to Drew Miller. Drew Litweiler. Mason left open. He'll take a couple steps, shoot it, miss, and Asigian with a rebound.
Yeah, that was a good shot. We'll take that.
Another travel, it looked like, by
yeah, they've missed. They've had a bunch of those, I think.
Drew Litweiler with a rebound. Crosses the timeline. Doesn't want to get in that corner where you can get trapped. Luke Miller, right side to Burkett, down low to Mason. Fakes, reverse layup. No, won't go. Rebound, Schroeder. Outlet pass comes to Andrews. 42-34 is our score. Westview leading. Shot by Asigian is good again on the 3.
Yeah, well, that was the fear. We got to keep scoring because he's going to keep shooting.
Right. You were absolutely correct.
So that's his, third one of the game now. He's got 22 out of their 37, so it's not quite as one-sided as it was, but
we'll keep it here. It's a short 30-second timeout called by Westview, I think. Maybe it was Central Noble.
I think we called it.
So Asigian is shooting 50% from the team is shooting 50% from three-point land. 5 for 10 according to Dan. 2 of those have come this quarter for Asigian and 1 for Schroeder.
Well, sometimes against a good team, holding the lead is the hardest part. You know, you're really focused when you're starting and it's close, but you get a lead and you play with it for a while, you tend to.
Is that what happened to the Irish today?
Oh my word.
After being up 24.
Yeah, that was just embarrassing. Everybody looked like I forgot how to play all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was something else. Westview inbounding. Brady Yoder across the timeline.
Well, they're putting a ton of pressure on us right now. This is kind of they're going for it time, and we're going to have to score.
4.5 minutes to go. Mason drives, gives off to Drew. He'll back it out. Didn't have the shot. Gives it off to Burkett. 5-point lead for Westview at 42-37. Mason drives, gets in the air, gives to Drew on the cross court. Now down low, posting up is Luke, and he puts it in.
Yeah, Luke recognized that time. He had an advantage in the post, and good senior play that time after holding the ball for a good while. The hand check there on Brady.
So for Brady, that'll be foul number 3. Neither team in a bonus. So inbounding will be Schroeder. He gets it into Esigian. That one's a 2, I believe. Missed it. Saved inbounds to Esigian. Here drives the baseline, puts up the floater and got it.
Yeah, we just had about 2 guys just watched the rebound that time. Mason couldn't get it because he was coming in from out of bounds. So that's why it's kind of a weird situation.
24 now for Esigian. 3:40 to go in the ball game.
Yeah.
And a foul called.
Yeah, Ellett's put a lot of pressure on the ball right there. He hasn't hardly been in the game much tonight. I think he just came in to kind of be a disruptor out there.
Ellett, yeah, Andrew Ellett in the ball game.
Josh Ellett, I think.
Oh, I must not changed his first name from last year. I mean, yeah, sorry, is it Josh? Pass inside, Luke Miller gets it to Mason Yoder. To Brady, his shot from 3 is good.
That's a big shot.
Big 3 for Brady, his 3rd of the night.
Last couple times down, we've just taken our time and got the shot we wanted.
Shot by Esigian is good again and from 3-point land.
I wish he'd have maybe waited one more game to get hot from out there.
Wow. 28 now. Or 27 for Esigian.
Well, this is good, though. It makes us execute. It makes us be good.
Drew drives it, puts up the shot, got it!
We're down to 2:45 left. This game has just flown by.
Yes, it has. 7-point lead for Westview, and we have a whistle and a foul on Westview.
Well, I guess that's one way to stop the threes.
Mason picks up the foul, his 3rd. Substitution, Connor Lemon back into the ball game, and coming out will be Josh Ellett. Lemon gets it to Esigian, looking for the shot, but Mason had him covered up that time.
Yeah, the next one will be a 1-and-1. Next foul on either team.
3 in the air for Lemon, and he hits off the bench. Holy moly.
Suddenly
what a ball
they can't
game.
miss from out there.
49-45, back to a 4-point lead now for Westview. And we have a reach in.
And that's his 4th. Well, I got to give the referees credit. They are being consistent.
I agree.
Thought they were being a little ticky-tack early, but they've stuck with it, and they're calling it both ways.
Unbelievably, and Dan mentioned this in our headsets, that Central Noble's 5 for 5 from 3-point land.
That was a big missed free throw right there.
Yeah, it was. We needed that. Lemon, looked like he might have traveled. Gives up, and it looked like it went off the foot, and it goes out of bounds nonetheless. It'll be Westview's ball on the turnover as Schroeder tried to go up and bounced it off his foot, I think.
Yeah, did Luke hit that, or did Ben knocked it off?
Somebody got a hand in there. Mason Yoder gets it to Drew Litweiler. Drew brings it across the timeline, goes right side to Luke Miller. Inside 2 minutes now to go in this ball game. And a hand check. Foul is called on Central Noble. That one is on Connor Lemon.
Big 1-and-1 right here. We missed our first one. You start missing free throws, you start getting, it gets in your head a little bit. So this will be important right here, I think.
Westview 6 of 11 for the free throw stripe tonight. Luke hits and he'll get the bonus.
Yeah, 6 for 11 won't win you many close games.
7 for 12 now. And yeah, this is a close one. as it turns out, 50-45. Now that one spins out. Rebound comes to Schroeder. We'll go to Sija. Yoder launches the long three, misses, and the rebound's pulled down by Drew Litweiler, and he's fouled.
Well, they finally missed one. That was maybe just a little deeper than. Right. Sawyer Yoder took that one.
Drew will come to the other end, as Jamie mentioned. Both teams in a bonus now.
This is our last 1-and-1 here, so let's nail these.
Sejian has 4 fouls now. Still 1:40 to go in this ball game.
I think they ought to take him out.
Yeah.
Don't want him to get that 5th one with 1:40 to go.
Oh, definitely. Maybe you should go down and talk to the coach. See if you can talk him into that. Oh, it spins out. No good. Quickly up court. Sejian with a quick three, and he hits. Yeah, he's on fire.
Yeah, you miss 1-on-1s, it just never fails. They hit one on. That's a 5-point swing.
It is 2-point ball game now, 50-48. Westview leads it by 2 with 1:32 to go. We have a full timeout. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout. Wow.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
And we're back. Westview will be inbounding with a slim 2-point lead now. What was our biggest lead? 14? 15.
It's all about putting the ball in the basket, and they're doing it better than we are right now.
Litweiler drives it all the way down, puts it up, scores, and he's fouled. Basket counts.
What I like most about that is we were aggressive. You know, sometimes when you're missing shots and the other team's coming back, you freeze up a little bit. But that was a very aggressive play, and went through the whole team pretty much.
Well, yeah, I don't think Drew expected to do that when he got the ball at the other end of the court, but he was able to weave through traffic and get it in. Yeah, and he completes a 3-point play. That's huge.
Yeah, that's big. Now, if we can get them to miss one, we should be in good shape.
53-48, 1:20 to go. With the ball is the freshman Jackson Andrews. Lemon, left side, will go to Yoder. Now to Westview, he drives, puts up the floater, misses, and we got a foul. Drew didn't get position on the rebound, and he'll get whistled for the foul, I believe. Unless they're calling it away from underneath the basket there.
Yeah, I think it was on the rebound.
Yeah, it is
25,
on Drew.
So, yeah, it was behind him. He's pushed him in the back, evidently.
4 fouls now on Drew.
Well, the good news, we played good defense that time. Took 20 seconds off the clock. We just couldn't close it out with a rebound.
67 seconds to go in this ball game. At the free throw line is Schroeder. First shot's up good.
Yeah, nice looking shot. You know, we didn't talk much about this, but if you look at winning the NECC regular season, these are probably 2 of the top teams, and this is really a key game in that schedule.
Yeah, this could be huge. 3-point ball game, 53-50. Brady Yoder across the timeline to Luke Miller. Luke drives it into the paint. Whistle before the shot.
I thought Central Noble might play defense for a little bit longer before fouling because they've had quite a few tip balls and steals tonight, but they decided they're going to not waste any time.
Send Luke to the free throw line. Shots up. He got that one to rattle in.
Yeah, and Josh Ellett goes back out, and I think that's his role. Go in there, foul, come back out.
Yeah. Some of these players have 3 or 4 fouls. No good on the second shot. Rebound comes down to Andrews. Now to Yoder. He'll pop a 3, and it's in and out and bounces around. And Asigian's there for the putback. Wow. Quick timeout called by Westview as they try to inbound. 54-52. We're back to a 2-point ball game with 43.3 seconds to go in this ball game. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
We're back. 43.3 seconds to go. And that could be forever.
Yeah, we're thankful that it's not sectional right now. I'd really be biting my nails. But as Dan just mentioned, effectively with our missed free throws this quarter, we're 3 for 9, potentially 9 points we could have had there, and we've got 3 of them. And then they've hit 6 threes this quarter, and that's just a bad combination. But here we are. We still got the lead and the ball, and let's finish it off.
Well, you said that, if they come out hot in this fourth quarter, I think you kind of had a feeling that was going to happen.
I had a feeling.
Man, and it's come to pass.
They're too good to end the game. I mean, they had like 28 points after 3 quarters. That's just not like them.
Brady looking to inbound, gets it to Mason, and what do we have? A foul, and it's going to be a foul on Central Noble.
Sawyer Yoder just fouled out.
And that'll be number 5 on Sawyer Yoder. He's done for the evening.
Well, that'll certainly help to have one more shooter out of there.
And he can hit him from three-point land, no doubt.
Well, now we're at a point where if we don't make these free throws and then come hit another 3, we're no longer in the lead.
Right, exactly.
It hasn't even been close, really, since mid-second quarter. We were up 22-12. Central Noble trying to figure out who they want to sub in.
So Logan Guard will come in. He's their big guy, 6'7". He hasn't scored tonight. Mason shot's good.
That's a big shot right there. Get us right on. Right on. Sometimes you can turn the momentum around for everybody if just one guy will step up and hit him.
Second shot up and good.
Yeah, 2 huge shots, obviously.
13 now for number 13. Shot up off the glass, a quick basket by Jackson Andrews. 33 seconds to go. Back to a 2-point game, 56-54.
Poor defense that time. Our help side that time was very slow to respond and gave him an easy shot. So now we're back in the same position we were, 13 seconds ago?
Right.
14 seconds.
Mason Yoder at the free throw line. Misses that one. We're in a double bonus. He'll get another. Second shot is short. Rebound to Central Noble. Westview by 2. 24 seconds to go in the ball game. Andrews. Inside pass to the big guy, misses a layup. Rebound Brady Yoder, 14 seconds, underneath Burkett. He'll put the shot up and got it to go.
That was a
5 seconds. Esigian with the three. No good. 3 seconds. And we have a whistle and a foul underneath. It's going to go against Central Noble. It'll be their big guy.
Well, you're happy as a Westview fan. If you're Central Noble, you feel bad for the guy that missed it.
Right.
That's could have tied the game. He certainly isn't trying. He was in a good position and made good play. Just didn't go in.
Drew Litweiler will go to the free throw line for Westview, up 4 now, 58-54 with 2.4 seconds to go. I guess it won't be Drew. It's going to be
trying.
Luke. Yeah, he wanted to, but.
So if Luke makes this, we will have, what, 3 guys in double figures tonight.
Once again, good balanced scoring. Shots up by Luke and good.
I think I know what they might be doing at the next practice, though.
You think? They'll run and shoot free throws. Second shot's up and good. 60-54, Westview, 1 second. Esigian shots up, and it's going to be a little short. And Westview holds on to win it 60-54 over Central Noble. What a ball game we had here tonight. Got a little scary at the end for Westview, but they managed to pick up the win and are still undefeated in the conference with this win here tonight. 60-54 over Central Noble. We'll be back with stats and scoring and wrap it up right after this 2-minute timeout.
Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
He'll put it up from 15. Got it! And the Warriors win!
Back at Westview, where we just witnessed a nail-biting Warrior victory, 60-54. Westview pretty much dominated the first 3 quarters, outscoring Central Noble 40-28 after 3 quarters, and then in the 4th quarter, Central Noble outscored us 26-20. So they got hot from 3. I think they had 6 threes. We missed many free throws. I lost count of how many we missed. Dan says 10, which is just staggering for a Westview's team to do. But regardless, they pulled it out and moved to 4-1 on the year, which with our schedule is pretty impressive. Let's look at Central Noble's scoring. Ryan Schroeder came in the second half, had 10 points. He didn't have any in the first half. So that was a big lift for them. Connor Esigian, as advertised, ended up with 32 points. He had 6 threes to go along with that. So I think it's safe to say he's out of his slump from 3. Jackson Andrews added 4. Connor Lemon added 1 3-pointer for 3 points. Sawyer Yoder, I think, is probably one player Central Noble looks to get a little more scoring from. Only had 5 tonight. Had a lot of foul trouble. and had 3 in the first half and just 1 bucket in the second half. So Central Noble ended up with 54 points. For Westview, really a balanced attack. Ben Burkett had 6 points. I think he played almost the whole way and really distributed the ball nicely. Mason Yoder had 13. He had 6 2-pointers and 3 free throws. Lyndon Miller added 5. Drew Litweiler had 12. Luke Miller had 11. Brady Yoder had 11. And Caleb Corey had 2. So our leading scorer was Mason with 13, Drew with 12, Luke with 11, and Brady with 11, who had 4 guys in double figures again for the second game in a row.
That's
so
great.
That's really getting to be a pretty good, trend, I guess you could say, about that. So exciting fourth quarter. Central Noble had a rebound, or was it a rebound or just a pass right under the basket with about, 10 seconds to go or 12 seconds to go?
Yeah, that would have tied it.
A pass to him, the big guy missed it, and we got the rebound, threw it long, got a layup, and that was the end of it. So credit to Central Noble for a great comeback. Dan, you got some stats there that might illuminate why the fourth quarter got so tight.
Well, so a couple things. We got out-rebounded 4-8 in the fourth quarter, so the final rebound total, we had 25, they had 21. We were further ahead than that early on. But, they shot 6 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth quarter. And, at one point they were 6 of 6, I think, or 6 of 7, and they missed their last couple attempts. But, my goodness. And then they made all their free throws in the fourth quarter. They only took 2, but they were 8 of 10 from the free throw line, so they were shooting 80%. We were 13 of 23, including missing the front end of 2 1-and-1s. So in a way, that's 13 of 25. That's just barely better than 50%. So yeah, that's certainly an area we do want to work on. Overall, we were, from the field, we were 21 of 40. They were 19 of 40, but they had 3 more threes than we did out of those 19 field goals. But yeah, so actually the 13, we got 5 more points than they did from the free throw line. So that's really what made the difference there. Turnovers in the second half. The first half we had, 9.5 on them because there was 1 tie-up. I only show 3 turnovers on the Cougars in the second half, and we had 6. 5 of those in the third quarter when they'd come out so aggressively. And so, yeah, we still managed to pull away from them in that quarter, but then in the fourth quarter when they started hitting everything, my goodness, if they would have shot like that the whole game, we wouldn't even have been in the game.
Yeah, I think that's where we missed an opportunity in the third quarter to put them away. We scuffled quite a bit and got sloppy. We were up 12. It could have been 20, and we didn't, and they hung in there. And 12-point lead with a team that shoots like they do isn't much. And they hit a few, and you saw the rest. So I think it's a good learning experience to beat Northwood Central Noble back-to-back in 48 hours.
Yeah,
is
pretty
impressive. It
right?
really is. And to miss that many free throws and still beat a good team is really impressive. So that's easily correctable. We know our guys are good free throw shooters and are going to do better. So I think this was just kind of a gritty win. I don't think we played particularly well, but you saw some of the things we keep seeing that are trending. We move the ball really well. They see each other. Different guys making plays at different times, and it's fun to see them grow and relish, get into their roles a little more and pull out the victories.
So something I should mention on those missed threes, just now looking, one player missed free throws. One player missed 3, but the rest, pretty much everybody on the team missed 1 or 2.
Yeah,
so
it
was just right across the board. Everybody contributed to the misses. So it wasn't just one player.
Yeah, it wasn't any one guy where you're like, oh, I hope he gets fouled. I know he'll make them. Yeah, you're right. Everybody took their turn tonight. So.
Yep. Big win for Westview as they improve their record now to 4-1 overall on the season and go to 2-0 with the victory in the conference over Central Noble tonight. Glad you could join us, and we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Our platinum sponsor was Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Height Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange, Eden Worship Service, Topeka Do It Best Hardware in Topeka, and also a Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka, Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, also LaGwana, and our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, along with Lehman Insurance Financial Group in Topeka, and Jerry Standard in Middlebury, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka, Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, and Mold Mob in Shipshewana, and also Precision Financial Group in Shipshewana and Topeka and LaGrange. So once again, our final score tonight, Westview 60, Central Noble 54. For Jamie Miller, Dan Byler, camera operator tonight was Chris Maston. Our engineer is Jeremy Anderson.
You want
this
to say
is
anything?
Jerry Hosteller. Good night, everybody.